next up, presenting Richmond Webb, Ron. And hold on, let me get my timer going. And go ahead, Ron, introduce yourself and Richmond Webb.
Hi there, I'm Ron Katz from Denver, Colorado. You can find me on Twitter and other social media as Ron N. Caphill, all one word. And I'm also, as you can tell, a little bit of an aficionado of Randy Gradishar. And that brings to a point with Richmond Webb. You talk about humility for players with Hall of Fame careers who maybe haven't gotten traction. And also too, here's a little plug for a friend of the show, Richmond Webb. If you go back to 2020, you can find a really good YouTube interview with Kirk Buchner. And it was very insightful. But you're talking about someone who doesn't self-promote. And the reason I'm promoting is because I look at this guy and I look at his career accomplishments and I'm stunned. I don't think he's ever been a semifinalist, never a semifinalist. And then I look at what he accomplished compared to other offensive linemen, including some even Wisniewski in terms of like the 12, 13-year career. So let me just tell you, the biggest thing with Richmond Webb, besides being Dan Marino's protector and recipient of isotoner gloves, I had to have that prop in. I mean, he did battle with guys like Bruce Smith. And this is when the Dolphins, after the Bills' run to the Super Bowl, would just dominate the Bills. I think the direct quote from Richmond Webb was, "We just knew it would be 60 minutes of hell." I was at the Hall of Fame induction luncheon this year. Joe Thomas, the first guy that he volunteered for Hall of Fame as far as guys who are on the outside looking in, Richmond Webb. Joe Klecko also gave some props. Dan Marino, yes, he had a quick release, and yes, the Miami offense was more passing, but Marino was never top 10 in sacks. It's because of a guy like Richmond Webb on the left side. You also had a situation, if you want to do some comparisons, take a look of recent Hall of Fame tackles. Orlando Pace, 5 All-Pro, 7 Pro Bowl, 13 years. That's 12. If you look at Walter Jones, 6 and 6 in 12-year career. If you look at Richmond Webb, you're looking at 11 in 13 years. And the last year he was a little bit dinged up. So the thing that I don't understand is right now you're seeing guys like Willie Anderson, who belongs in the Hall of Fame, jumping the line over Richmond Webb, who has 4 years left in our process and 3 in the real process in moderns. And it just doesn't add up. Willie Anderson, by comparison, 8 combined All-Pro, Pro Bowl in 13 years. And Richmond Webb, like I said, with 11 in 13 years. Just a dominant player, a dominant protector. And again, someone who was humble, someone who doesn't talk himself up, and someone who should have been in the Pro Football Hall of Fame many years ago. It's time to put him in.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ron. And that was really well done. Really interesting to hear also the insights that you got from Joe Thomas and Klecko.